Well, Jem, as surprising as it is, another 4 years have gone by and the Summer Olympic Games are right around the corner. And that means we have to dive back into the world of plumbers and hedgehogs in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020.
Whilst you can dive headfirst into its many events, this Olympic team-up also has a story mode, and it's interesting to say the least. The mischievous Bowser and Dr. Eggman have cooked up a new gaming system, the Tokyo 64. Intended to trap Mario and Sonic within, the devilish duo accidentally also get trapped inside. So it's up to Luigi and friends to try and get everyone home safely, whilst also regularly stopping to play some sports. I know no one plays these games for the story, but this is definitely one of the weaker Mario-verse tales.
Yeah, it still has the trademark weirdness, but without the playful charm of something like Mario Rabbids. It does, however, serve as a good introduction to each Olympic event, as well as giving us a fun reason for the existence of the retro-styled games, with the trap characters competing in a number of pixel-based challenges. And there's a few story-specific missions, like climbing up the Tokyo Tower, which unlock additional secret characters. But the story mode moves so slowly, with a ton of mindless dialogue boxes breaking up the events. So I quickly found myself switching over to the game's Quick Match mode.
Totally fair. Quick Match lets you choose from everything the game has to offer, competing solo or in multiplayer. There's a great selection on show, with a few new Olympic events in sport climbing, surfing, skateboarding, and karate being added to the mix as well. Almost all the events support motion controls, and there's some clever uses of the Joy-Con's capabilities. Although it's often tricky to get accurate responses from them in this game.
Yeah, the motion controls barely seem to function at times. Having to stretch out to invisible handholds in sports climbing became beyond frustrating. Despite following the on-screen instructions, none of my movements seem to match up to the in-game characters. Thankfully, you can opt to just use buttons instead. But I will say some of the button combinations in certain events do take some time to get used to, so for a party game, it's not the easiest to jump into.
Look, take our advice, it's always best to read the control breakdowns before playing. Now, on top of the standard sports, there's also dream sports. These feel almost Mario Party-like, basically taking a normal sport and running into madness with it. Dream Racing has you gliding across rails in a Mario Kart Sonic hybrid, and Dream Shooting straps an arm cannon to your arm and has you fighting in a free-for-all or team battle, complete with a crazy endgame boss. They're such fun and unique games, though only featuring 3 events compared to the 2012 game's 10 events was a little disappointing.
Well, at least we've got the new Tokyo 1964 events to balance that out.
The match has begun.
Each sport perfectly mimics the level design and animations of old retro consoles, ripping Mario and Sonic straight out of their early 2D appearances. Whilst only a small selection, there's a great variety of sports here, from hurdles to kayaking, and the controls are super simple, taking us back to the easier button-mashing days of yesteryear.
What a move!
It's a pretty awesome novelty to have alongside the main game, and with 30 sports to choose from, did you have any favourites, Jem?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with karate. It's one of the many events that seems simple on the surface, but actually has quite a lot of precision timing to learn and master.
Unfortunately, not all of the sports seem to match that same level of polish and depth. New game modes, surfing and skateboarding feel pretty empty, just gliding up and over waves and ramps with very little challenge. And the equestrian events never really feel like you're in control, which I guess is logical. You're not technically the horse. There is also online play.
Kickoff!
But in our limited time with it, there was plenty of lag within events. And even when a game runs smoothly, you'll need to make the big call of playing that same event again, or jumping out, changing events, and sitting patiently in the lobby, as there's currently no way to build an event playlist. It's all a bit of a bumpy experience.
There's actually quite a lot of trial and error in your first few rounds of any event, but once you break past that barrier and probably turn off motion controls, there's a lot of fun to be had here. So I'm giving Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Whilst I would have liked a little bit more out of the game's awkward story mode, the new and updated game modes are pretty cool, and with the nostalgic bonus of the Tokyo 64 arcade machine, I'm giving it 3.5 as well.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. Okay, I'm making a rule right now that games cannot be longer than 3 words max.
Well, you've clearly not heard of Cthulhu Saves the World Super Hyper Enhanced Championship Edition Alpha Diamond Deluxe plus Alpha Fez HD Premium Enhanced Game of the Year Collector's Edition.
I don't like it.
It's real. It's actually real.